Hey, so today is day two of the class, and it's a lot already. Basically, you talked about foundations of business. That is finding a niche, a problem, solution, results, and then an offer. So, like, let me just quickly break it down. Niches. He started by saying that like niches are found in nature. Actually, that every species has like a group that they belong to. It could be herbivores. It could be flightless birds. It could be different kind of things. But same thing with human beings. We all have like our own subcategories within society. So he said that you should call out that specific person that you're targeting as your niche. And then you do a deep research on them and find out the problems that they're facing. It could be that you're targeting binge eaters. The problems that they're facing are relapse, self hate, and like weight gain and stuff like that. He said you should create a solution for that niche, and your solution is what leads into the results. Now, it gets a bit tricky here, but it's actually really simple. The results are not going to be the same. What I mean is this: one result is always going to be the stronger one, so you should aim to be the one that has the stronger results. The example that he gave is if you're a recruitment agency and you have to like recruit chefs for high-end restaurants, recruitment agency A recruits a chef that like has 4 years of experience and a few local awards, but then recruitment agency B they recruit a chef with 35 years of experience, three Michelin stars, and a personal brand. They're both results, but one is stronger. So he said I should aim to be the one that is creating the stronger results. And then finally, you package everything into an offer. And the offer is basically calling out the identity, the time frame that you use and achieve this result, the price, the risk reversal. Like this, it depends on the like industry and markets that you're in. But this is basically like foundation of business. And then he went into other things like um there's a lot of other things. I just forgot one of them right now. But there was basically this graph, maybe I'll put it somewhere. Basically, he said that the effect that you desire, it takes a bit of time for it to get there. But then your memory, you can forget the action that you did to get that result. So there is a bit of discrepancy whereby you get an effect, but you do not know what caused the effect. So you cannot repeat the desired effect. So that was one other aspect. But then the other parts that really interested me was when he talked about feedback loops. Feedback loops, I didn't really understand it at first, but then I've read this book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. He basically talked about your emotions and your thoughts, they create feedback loops within each other. For example, excuse me, if you are thinking sad thoughts, your body will produce like sad emotions, like the emotions of feeling sad. And that emotion of feeling sad will create more thoughts of sadness. And then it just keeps feeding itself. And then eventually to create a state. And that state would be depression. So that's just how it works. So you just mentioned like you should try to create positive feedback loops for your business. For example, you put in the work and you get the results. You feel good about getting the results, so you put in the work and then you get more results because you put in the work, and then it just keeps feeding over and over and over again until it creates a state of you being successful. Does that make sense? This was for me, this was actually better than a few years of college. I'm not saying you should drop out, don't get me wrong. Finish school. But it was actually really mind blowing for me. And the last thing he mentioned is second order consequences. Basically, the actions you take, they have consequences, but not just one, a series of them because of one action. And he called like the main one a feeder action. Basically, how it works is that, for example, if somebody gets a PlayStation for his birthday, cool. But now he starts playing the game. And from playing the game, he starts getting really good at the game. From getting really good at the game, he starts making gamer friends. From making gamer friends, his life becomes the game. And it now affects his relationship because his girlfriend wants his attention, but he's paying too much attention to the game. And then they lose the relationship because she doesn't want to be competing with his video game. And his business starts to struggle because he's not paying attention or his dopamine receptors are already fried. But, anyways, it all leads to Rome, I guess. But then you have other instances whereby you are doing a positive action, for example, going to the gym, and you start seeing results. You start making progress in the gym. You get addicted to going to the gym. You make gym friends. you meet like a potential partner that's also going to the gym, and both of you get married, have little gym babies, and then your life is great. So it does make sense that way. But like it just goes back to that whole butterfly effect stuff that like a butterfly flapping its wings in Pyongyang. Is that how they pronounced it? Butterfly flapping its wings, it can create like a tsunami somewhere else around the world. Anyways, second order consequences. It just makes you more aware of the actions that you're taking today. Because I made this video yesterday. I really wasn't planning on making any of these videos, but I made a video yesterday and it encouraged me to make this one today. So this is like a second order consequence of yesterday's action. And hopefully I have more courage to like continue doing stuff like this more and more and basically build my own personal brand online. So anyways, this today's one was quite long. Thank you for watching. I sure do appreciate your time. So thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.